In this video, I am going to show you how to construct a probability histogram quickly and easily using Excel. So this histogram is going to be constructed using this probability distribution table where x, the values of the random variable, are 0 through 4, and p of x, the associated probabilities, are given. Now we want to construct this the quickest, easiest way, and we want to make sure that x, the values of the random variable, are on the horizontal axis and that the p of x's are on the vertical axis. So the quickest, easiest way to construct a histogram with Excel is to highlight what is going to be on the vertical axis. So I am going to highlight actually all the probability column here from B1 down to B6. I do not need to actually highlight both columns. You simply need to highlight the values for the vertical column. And on the vertical axis, we want the probabilities. Once I've highlighted what is to be on the vertical or y-axis, I will go to Insert and choose a column graph because a histogram has the bars as columns. I'm just going to go with the first option here, the first 2D column. And here is our initial histogram. Notice there are two main things wrong with this initial histogram. First of all, the bars are not connected. There are gaps in between the bars. We do not want this. Second of all, the horizontal axis is not labeled properly. We want ours to be labeled 0 through 4. The default always starts at 1. Quickest way to fix this is to use one of the chart layouts, and my preferred layout is chart 8. So layout 8 will automatically close the gaps in between the bars on the histogram, as well as insert titles for the axes. So our vertical axis are the probabilities p of x, so I will type that in. Notice I clicked on the box, but it's up here in this bar here that we see what I'm typing. When I hit enter, it is inserted. Click on here, I'm going to type in x. See, there's the x. When I click enter, it is inserted. This is my title. I am going to call it probability histogram, so you'll see up here as I type probability histogram. When I click enter, there it is. We do not have gaps in the bars, but neither can we actually see the bars distinctively. So what I prefer to do, which I think is the easiest, is to go to Chart Styles and go to one of the chart styles that has the 3D contour. So I will click on one of those, and now once we have the 3D contours in, you can see the individual bars. Next, we need to make sure that our horizontal axis is labeled 0 through 4 rather than 1 through 5. So we can go to the Select Data option here, and we need to edit the horizontal axis. So click Edit, and now simply highlight the values you want on the horizontal axis. In this case, the 0 through 4, notice they are already inserted down here. So when I click OK again, and then we have our probability histogram with the vertical axis, the probabilities. We even have our label p of x. Our horizontal axis are the values of the random variable labeled x. We can see the shape of this histogram is not symmetric. It is asymmetric, and basically any asymmetric distribution is referred to as skewed. This was probably the lowest, well, not probably, this is the lowest side, so it's sort of like a tail. So we might say that this is left skewed, but I would just keep and call this skewed, keep it general since it is not symmetric. I hope that helps you now create a probability histogram using Excel as simply as I know how to make it.